Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Inspired Flow. We are in Holy Jerusalem in a coronavirus situation, and the flow that we're going to talk about today is going to be very much focused, obviously, with current events, and we're going to bring together that unified flow together with the Emuna Our Future podcast, which is going live in another half an hour. So it's definitely got that energy of crisis, but at the same time with Emuna, positivity, flow, that we can believe in, intrinsic, that we're meant to be here in this moment, and our soul, that intrinsic part of ourselves, is totally part of this real journey, real flow going on in the world right now. So for example, we had to cancel, the Nissan Black event in Istanbul, and that was very, very difficult. It was literally last minute, just before the flights, and it was due to the current change of rules in terms of quarantine and all the different things that have developed over the last few days, even more intense, and to the point where all events are pretty much cancelled. You can't be with more than 10 people. So based on the situation, like, these kind of events are now not a possibility. So the Unity Bookings flow that we've been building on this podcast has to take a different focus, and that is the flexibility we spoke about once of emotional intelligence and being versatile and dealing things in a positive, Emuna focused, unified way, not to get down, not to get panic or any of the things that are going on. And I have to say I've fallen for it for myself, if not long term, just for moments where I start to get nervous about all the different panic shopping, all the stuff going down, and events cancelling, and the potential job opportunities that were opening up to be more involved, not only with the Emuna tours, which with Rav we were planning on going to South Africa, which is also going to be delayed and postponed, but there's also the other parts of the job, like in terms of helping people like Nissan Black. I was going to take it on in a more intense way, and there was more money, more backing, everything was moving in the right direction. So now we have to restructure, refigure, refocus, and one of the biggest opportunities now is for everybody to become more spiritualized, to put more Emuna, more faith into their life, to, in an intrinsic, deep way, to really reach out to our Creator and seek out this inner core of what life's about. I'm going to post below the larger class I'm giving on Emuna Our Future, because I feel like there's not really much separation anymore in the podcast. Right now with the current situation, everything's sort of coming together. I did have the merit to be with Rav today, and I realized that the whole focus is about getting the Emuna aspects online, so people can know that there is some sense, there is some understanding and clarity and inner strength to deal with all the different challenges ahead, with the family at home and with all the other things going on around, to be able to just keep focused on the positive and being able to do our mission, do our purpose in the world. That even if the events and the larger projects of building this global unity can't happen necessarily in person, but we do have this new technology and we do have the soul level where we can join together and really spiritualize. So I'm going to have to go, and I wish everybody a beautiful rest of the week, and thank you for listening. We should only share good news and positivity. Welcome to Ellie Goldsmith's Inspired Flow. We are doing a part 2 of the Corona Unified Flow. It's definitely got more and more challenging. I had to get off the phone because Gedalia Fenster wanted to speak and get some mutual inspiration. That's, I think, the key, is that we've got to get more and more unified in terms of content. Trying to keep an eye on what's going on online, and there's still way too much negative content going up about what these people are doing, what these people are doing. I understand that you have to expose when people are making mistakes with the rules, and everyone needs to keep the rules of the health organizations, but excuse me, but if you have the choice, and if it's you who's listening to this, don't share negative content. It's just not going to help. We need to come together right now in a serious way. That's my request, whoever's listening, to share this and to share your unity content. We have our Relationship Flow podcast, we have our Emuna is Our Future podcast. We're going to keep trying to put on all the different platforms positive content. Anybody shares to me, I'll try to put it out there. And I can't put everything out there because I don't want to overwhelm people with content, but at least on a daily level, some of the content that we get should go out there as positive. And I appreciate so far, thank God, people have responded, and I got some really uplifting content about Shabbos. For example, this week there won't be any transport in the whole of Israel at the end of the week and Shabbos. They've already stopped all the buses from Yerushalayim to other towns, and slowly they're shutting everything down to the point where everyone, whether they want to or not, won't be able to break Shabbos. Like you'd have to really go out your way because there's nothing to do, nowhere to go other than Shabbos. I think that Hashem's definitely making a clear message. I mean, I was trying to speak to family in other places, and unfortunately they don't really understand how this is spiritually a significant experience, other than how can they reorganize themselves financially. But I think it's going to get to the point where there's no more reorganizations. They've just got to just tune in to a bit more soulful thinking, spirituality, a bit more unified in the mindset, and hopefully bit by bit the media that's influencing everybody will also wake up somehow. But in the meanwhile, we've got to do our bit and keep spreading that unity flow. Remember when we left Egypt, there was all these plagues, 10 plagues. We read the Haggadah coming up in another 3 weeks or so, getting ready for that with Shabbos Chodesh, this Shabbos, and Rosh Chodesh Nisan, getting ready for this special time. Baruch Hashem, and I'm actually getting rained on. I can't believe how cold it's got in Yerushalayim. Sorry to just change subject, but it just suddenly started to rain on me. Freezing ice rain. We need some warm weather to get rid of this virus, to warm up a little bit. So we should pray that this rain that we thank God had plenty of should now transform into a bit of heat, a bit of warmth. But anyway, just to get back to the plagues, so we're all going to be sitting at the table talking about them, hopefully, please God, healthy and well, with matzahs and wine and everything we need in our own homes, all in our homes. No more hotels, none of this stuff, just like it was in Egypt. So we're going to be sitting there and we're going to be experiencing this breakdown of the empire around us that happened just like then. And there's no way to ignore the power of God to change everything. It's like a new world we're walking in now. Everyone's feeling that, everyone's saying that, and everything's more simple, which is the way it should be. And the sooner we let go and obviously do what we're responsible for, but let go of the control and just tune in to the oneness of everything going on, we won't have all this stress. We'll actually be able to experience this time that we're in an uplifting, inspired way. So really that's the truth of Corona. It's just an opportunity to crown the King and to live more inspired. As much as people are fighting to hold on to what was, it's just going to be a new reality. That's just what's happening, and there's no way around it. So we've all got to adjust, be versatile, as we spoke about in previous flows, and keep emotionally intelligent in a positive mindset, and to experience the journey that we're all going on together. Have a good one. Bye.